Hello, I'm Raggy Omar and this is Witness. Guatemala has moved far away from the violence and brutality of its long and bloody civil war, which lasted nearly 40 years. A peace agreement between the government and left-wing rebels ushered in a period of political stability. But peace hasn't left this small Central American country free from inexplicable and unsolved killings, most involving women. The statistics are horrifying. Since 2001, more than 2,000 women have been killed. The government claims to be taking the murders seriously. They've set up a special task force to deal with the crimes, but with only 9% of the cases even investigated, they've had little success. Guatemala's civil war left a legacy of impunity. For the sake of peace, what people did in the past was left in the past so the country could move on. But with so many unsolved crimes, that sense of impunity seems to have lived on. Guillermo Galdos went to Guatemala and spoke to some of the thousands mourning their daughters.
The body of a woman has been found in the shores of this river in Guatemala City. She was naked and bruised. She was no older than 25. At the crime scene, forensic doctors gather evidence. Nobody knows why this woman was killed. It could have been a street robbery, domestic violence, or she could have been on a hitman's list. The body is taken to the local morgue. In the first 6 months of 2006, nearly 1,000 people were murdered in the country. Almost 300 of the dead were women. Rosa Franco's daughter, Maria Isabel, was only 15 when she was killed in 2001. A beautiful and stylish girl, she worked in a boutique. No one has been arrested for the crime.
When they murdered Maria Isabel, they murdered me too.
Rosa doesn't know why her daughter was killed or who did it.
I don't come too often to the cemetery now. I used to come once a week at the beginning, but not now.
The memories are too painful. For her mother, the most horrifying part is that before Maria Isabel was murdered, she was brutally beaten.
She was raped and tortured. They broke her left femur with an axe. They hit her on this side of the head. Parts of her brain were showing. There was a stab wound under her heart, and her nails were folded backwards.
The number of dead people arriving at the Guatemala City morgue has increased by more than 30% in the last 3 years. Doctors are shocked by the condition of the bodies.
Se ha visto, le voy a decir, en los últimos 3 años, incluyendo el presente.
On these past 3 years, we have noticed an increase in the number of female bodies which turn up.
Cuerpos por mujeres de sexo femenino. Sí, el patrón es.
Most of them come in with bullet wounds,
Lo segundo es que.
tied at the hands and feet.
Sujetadas o amarradas de las muñecas.
Guatemalans are no strangers to violence. Many believe that the current wave of violence is a hangover from the civil war that raged for more than 3 decades. An estimated 200,000 people were killed during that period. For the last 10 years, forensic doctors have been excavating throughout the countryside, looking for the remains of thousands of victims who disappeared mainly during the 80s. At Guatemala's forensic laboratory, doctors are trying to piece together the killings of the past.
El individuo acá recibió un sinfín de.
This person received a number of impacts in the head, as we can see clearly on this fracture.
En la región inferior también de la mandíbula.
In the lower jaw region, we can see how the machete cut right through the bone.
Aquí pasó el machete.
But they're falling behind in solving the murders happening today. Since her daughter's murder, Rosa has been on a mission. Every Thursday, she comes to the main morgue in the capital.
Good morning. Sorry to disturb. It's not pleasant for me to come here, but my daughter was killed.
She tries to reach out and help families who have suffered a loss like hers.
I've been going to morgues and hospitals, leaving flyers with my name and phone number, and asking other mothers who have suffered like me to come forward to fight for justice. In the name of the Lord, let there be justice.
At the entrance of the morgue, Rosa meets more families of victims.
You are not alone. The Lord is with you, and He will not let you be alone. Your daughter is in a beautiful place, believe me, that neither you nor I can imagine.
But not all the victims have families. Some remain nameless. No one claims them. Every day, unidentified corpses are buried here at La Verbena Cemetery. Today, there are 5 bodies to be buried. 3 of them are women.
Aunque las leyes lo digan, ¿verdad? No hay una misma situación y condición para las mujeres.
The truth is that the law doesn't apply equally to men and women. The way these bodies have been tortured reflects the hatred of the killings. Rape is a way of torture as well.
The decades of war have also left Guatemala in poverty and flooded with guns. Now street gangs are in control of parts of the capital city. The members are said to be responsible for many of the killings, including those of women. Edgar belongs to the feared Mara Salvatrucha. He has seen many murders firsthand.
Porque yo vi bastantes casos así cuando anduve metido en eso.
I've seen many gang members high on drugs. They don't think. They just pick anybody and kill them. But there are others who fall in love, and that's when problems start. A jealous man does not think. That's why girls end up with the throat cut.
Los que parecen así degollados. Lo único que hablaban de las mujeres.
In the gang, men say women belong to them. They see them as their prostitutes.
Como prostituta.
And became our friend. It's important. To make friends.
At the attorney's office, they asked me whether my daughter had run away with a boyfriend or whether she belonged to a gang. Those questions offended me, but I did not respond because I did not want to have troubles with them.
Many people in Guatemala believe gangs or maras are responsible for the rising crimes against women. At Pavon jail, not far from the capital, 700 prisoners, including many gang members, and locked up for all sorts of crimes. But we found that no one has been convicted of murdering a woman. Some inmates start to riot while we are filming. They want gang members to be transferred to another prison. Hundreds of police officers are immediately deployed. It takes 4 hours for the authorities to regain control. 10 prisoners are injured. Among them, Rudy, from the M18, a gang that has killed hundreds of people in Guatemala. The tattoos on his face mean he's a gang leader. The next day, we visit Rudy in the hospital, where he's recovering from an operation for a gunshot wound. He claims M18 is not the problem.
We want to stop the violence, but the government does not let us. What they are building is a war, and it won't end until they kill all of us.
Tattoos are common among gangs, and its members are very proud of showing them. However, Rudy's tattoo on his chest is unusual. It shows 2 women. Between them, the word prostitutes. Are these women he had killed?
No matter how much time has passed since the murders, the pain continues for the relatives left behind. Join me after the break.